Today what we're going to be doing is adjusting the rollers in the Neuma patio door, and also installation of the strike plates, installation of the lock keepers to get the door to lock. First process is I'm going to remove the beauty cap on the back of the Neuma Gliding Door active panel. It is just velcroed on. Be careful not to pull too hard. Set it aside. Next, what we'll be doing is adjusting the rollers on the Neuma patio door. First, we will be taking off the tandem roller covers. Then, you must relieve the weight of the door before you adjust the rollers. I'm going to lift on one side, stick a 4-inch putty knife in there, grab a number 2 Phillips, turn it clockwise, and that raises the door. Keep turning until it stops. You do the same process on the other side. Now that the wheels are raised up all the way, we don't need to relieve weight to lower them. So now we'll go to close the door. We'll see our first reveal through the glass, a little bit off. Then we'll see our second reveal where the panel meets the jamb. What we want is consistency from the top to bottom. Once you've adjusted the rollers and you have a consistent reveal, we will be putting the covers back on. Now that we have the wheels adjusted, we're going to install the lock keepers on the Neuma Gliding Door. The parts that are sent with the door, you will receive a lock keeper, and you will receive shims for each lock keeper. First thing we're going to do, we're going to adjust this little flathead screw, and what that does is it extends the hook. That's the first step. We want to turn it clockwise with a hand screwdriver until it stops. You do that on all three. Step we're going to do, we're going to install the lock keepers into the jamb. And this process, you must do one at a time, because if one of them does not engage, they will all not engage. So we want to start with one. You want to make sure that it receives the hook the correct way. The two top ones will have the catch on the top. The one in the bottom will have the catch at the bottom. So what we're going to do, we're going to install it without any shims to check if it receives the hook. We don't want to over tighten, we just want to get it snug until we know what depth we want it, what height we want it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to mark on the jamb with a pencil where the bottom of the catch is. So when I go to close the door, I'm able to line it up. It locked. But if it were not to lock, we have a 1/4 inch adjustment downwards and upwards. And you're using that, again, that line as a reference, lining it up with a hook on the panel. Now that we have this set, we're going to use the screw as a reference to see where the position of the screw is in the pre-drilled slot of the lock keeper, and we're going to put all three the same. Again, we're putting all three the same height. Once you get one height correct, they'll all be matching. We want to test every time we put a new lock keeper. Bottom lock keeper, the catch needs to be at the bottom to receive the hook. And the reason why they do this, so when the door is closed, they're not able to lift the door to disengage it. Again, we're staying at the same height of the other two. And that's how you adjust Neuma patio door to get it to lock.